seconds while you dream. A life never lives in peace. As you stand upon the edge, woven by a single thread, and fate may fall down upon you, while the devil is knocking right at your door. So are you restless? Each night you hear the drums roar. Awaken, awaken, the voice begins to call you while you hunger. A taste of destiny you're searching for. Awaken, awaken, the fight is at your door. Take up the cause.
The heart of a warrior. What does it mean to be one? Determination, aggressiveness, overcoming. Teams depend on these hungry souls. It takes more than just strength. It takes more than just practice. There are so many warriors out there. So we return to crown a new champion. So squad up. It's match day.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Kimchi, and I'm joined here by Educast, and we are going to be your casters for tonight's matchup here between Night Marchers and Monolithic Gaming. Big matchup here tonight. Things first, Educast, how are you doing tonight, man?
You know, I'm feeling quite happy about everything that's been going on, especially in the K7 League so far. Casted a little bit over the weekend, but honestly, right now, I'm feeling hyped to just get into some games, watch some sick Call of Duty. And the teams that we have, I actually recently casted Monolithic, and they did an insanely decent job against anybody that was really in their way. So I'm hoping that we can see that yet again as we move into this game. But my question back to you, same thing. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling amazing. I cannot wait to see, what these teams have to offer. Obviously, this is a losers matchup, man. So obviously, you know what that means. Whoever's the loser, they're gone. They're out of here. So both teams kind of need to play at their best. And obviously, this is a losers round one match, meaning that they have to go all the way to, make their way to, get that victory, man. I mean, they're gonna have to go through a very long journey. So honestly, we got to see what they're able to pull off here.
Yeah, let's see what they can pull off. And let's talk a little bit about the bracket that we've seen so far. Obviously, I was here to watch them get knocked down into the losers bracket. This is round one here for us. In Monolithic, they did a decent job trying to fight off against Millennium 7, but at the end of the day, Millennium 7 has been probably one of the best teams in K7 so far. But looking at these losers here at the very bottom of the board, we've seen how they can play. Sometimes they hit insane shots. The highlight of the night that we saw last time we watched Monolithic was actually, a lot of the players on their team getting aces, consistently getting those frags. But the problem was that they weren't able to do that every single time they needed to. And that's why they eventually were to get shut down here. But, Night Munchies, or Night Marchies at the other side, Night Munchies, God, you can see where my brain is. But this team as well, they were able to fight against Final Form. And I know Final Form has an insanely powerful Call of Duty roster. So with that being said, getting them into here, it might be enough. But Night Marchers, looking at this team here, these players, these rosters, is there anybody that you spot, Kimchi, that really just stands out to you?
Well, I do believe that the last time that I casted for K7 League, it was actually a game with this roster and some other team, I forgot. But either way, man, I mean, this is a very solid lineup overall, but I'm really looking for some great plays coming in from Iconic. This guy, honestly, one of the best ARs I've seen as of recently. And, he's able to make some really outstanding plays, be a very big problem on the map for a lot of these, for a lot of the enemy team. And, I'm expecting him to just kind of continue that dominance with his AR and just overall take over the map.
Yeah, and I definitely hope so as well. But let's take a peek at what Monolithic has here as a team. Obviously, the real deal Dill. His name lives up to him. He is the real deal. He nearly got some of the best scores that we've seen in the roster and almost broke some records, but unfortunately just was a little bit shy, and that's kind of what we're going to be seeing. Ambition and Mark Q, we're doing a nice job. And it looks like we are going to be seeing Janksy as a newer player for this team in this tournament. We did have somebody else here, but let's hopefully see what Monolithic can be doing. Obviously, I know that Real Deal Dill can pop off. Ambition is quite ambitious with how he likes to play very aggressive flanks. So those kind of gameplays, I do want to be kind of watching and on the edge of my seat for if they are going to be bringing that, because after I saw their first game, I really don't want them to fall out, because this is all bets. If you lose it, you're out of the tournament here.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, man. I mean, these teams, both of these teams got to play at their A game right now. And honestly, based off of, what I can tell, man, they both went up against some really, really good teams. So, they obviously are now going up against each other, and that means that maybe it's going to be a very close game. Honestly, I'm expecting it to really go all the way here, but we'll have to see about that. Let's go check out the maps and modes here that we'll be seeing, as it looks like we're going to be starting off here with that Fortress Hardpoint map 1, and, got a lot to say about this map. It's very small, meaning that you're going to be getting to a lot of gunfights, and that means you got to make sure your gun is hot to start off this series, man. So you got to make sure that you're on top of things right off the rip. And then we're going to be seeing 3 hotels in a row. Obviously, a lot of teams love playing hotels. So really, I guess this is going to be more about who's able to be the better hotel team overall. And if we do make it there, we'll be seeing Fortress for that map 5 to end things off. So pretty decent map picks, I would say.
Yeah, incredibly nice map picks. They're actually the exact same map picks that we saw the team of Monolithic lose on. They had a very solid start on a lot of these maps. What happens is they know how to build up momentum, and then they immediately lose it. And once they can't, capture that back, they were able to get, 3-0'd there in that first to 3. So I'm hoping that even though the maps are the same, the gameplay isn't going to be. I want to see if they could bring something different. Obviously, on a map like Fortress, lots of ARs as we see, but ARs aren't the only kind of guns that you want on a map like Fortress. Sometimes you need to have that mobility, and obviously on a map like Hotel, close quarter combat, you're going to have to see those people get spread around, be able to get the trades for your teammates. And what I did see from the last time we were watching them is Monolithic did have some troubles, but I really don't have a lot of knowledge about the team of Night Marchers. So someone who was able to watch Night Marchers, do you think that they have an advantage here or a disadvantage with these map picks?
It really depends, man. I think it just comes out to how they, start things off here. Obviously, they got to make sure that they're slaying out in Fortress to, make sure that they're able to get that map control, because that's really what Fortress Hardpoint is all about, making sure you get that map control, hold down those rotations, and make sure that, you're not really letting any enemy slip by. Really, Night Marchers, I think, have very solid AR presence, so I'm expecting, like I said, I'm expecting both of the ARs on the side of Night Marchers to do their job and make sure that they don't allow any players from the side of Monolithic Gaming to really, get anything done here in the map. But you also got to say the SMGs need to make sure they're putting in their work as well, slaying out, and also just kind of being a thorn to the side of Monolithic Gaming. So we do got to see if they're capable of doing that. And, there's got to be a lot of, I guess you could say there's going to be pressure on both teams here. Like I said, this is a losers matchup. So, whoever loses this, they're gone. So a lot, coming off of this match. And, we got to see how they're able to perform.
Yeah, we do want to watch how they're going to perform. We did see these players on these maps with these kind of weapons being their mainstay, but let's see if they are going to be staying. We are going to be taking a little bit of a break and then jumping right back in with the gameplay in just a little bit of time. So we'll be right back.
I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car, hit the button, drive real far. Put that record on me, die. I'm dreaming of you, I dream of a new day. Fight in the dark till we see the sunlight. My you and me. I'll follow you to the end. I'll follow you to the end. To the end. I'll follow you to the end.
All right, everybody, we are just about to start this map 1 in this best of 3, best of 5 series here. Obviously, you know, we got to see what they're capable, what both of these teams are capable of doing here. This is a losers matchup, so whoever is the loser of this series, you know, they're gone. You know, they don't have a chance to fight for that grand prize. So we got to see what they're capable of doing here. We're going to be paying attention to the side of Monolithic Gaming as we see the featured player here, Real Deal Deal, try and see if he can get it started here. Great nade to start things off as Night Marchers already find 2 off the bat. So far looking good for Night Marchers here. They're starting off on the bad side, so obviously their main focus is going to make sure that it spawns in their favor and also make sure that they get as much P1 time as they possibly can.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to run that clock down. And, you know, let's talk about the players that are doing it. Right now, we got 7 featured players for tonight's broadcast. Of course, Real Deal Deal. Last time we saw him on Monolithic, he's back again as the featured player. And Revengey for Night Marchers is already doing a clean job. We're already seeing a lot of picks for Revengey, for example, at 3-2. Now make it 4-2 as he guns down that one down yet again. Janksy, this is what we like. The hard point is going to be kind of stuck here. And they just have to try to play out the time, and the picks are just flowing between them.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, Monolithic is pretty successful on making sure that they hold down these P2 spots. Not really much progress made by Night Marchers here. They're going to have to try and get through P2, which is pretty damn difficult. Got a lot of power positions on that side that are more in favor of Monolithic, but with Iconic with a nice 2-piece, able to break in and get that P2 time. Now spawns are going to slowly flip towards the side of Night Marchers. They're looking to try and find these kills. Mark Q with a nice 2-piece. Maybe trying to break through, getting the time here. Revengey was able to find him, and just like that, Monolithic will be able to at least hold it down, hold the remainder of the scrap time. And not to mention, they have this rotation towards P3, which is definitely going to be a very big thing here. A huge amount of time they can really get off of this as long as they're able to hold it out and get these setups going. But so far, you know, Night Marchers, they do have the lead, but, you know, things can definitely change up here once we head over to the
Yeah, once we see these points move around, we can definitely see maybe the players doing the same thing in their gameplay-wise. But look at this. Aspect is just dominating with these headshots. Now, they're doing a clean job for the Night Marcher side, but it's fancy. 7-3, wanting to make that even more. Iconic Legends, though, is going to grab Ambition from the side. Needing to now make this point now. This is just a massacre, but there it is. Real Still is going to be able to get the one. And this is all that Night Marchers needs to just get that clean sweep as they're now inching their way right onto that point. Hold it down. It's Aspect trying to cap it, and they are going to be able to secure that point. Also have Monolithic to reclaim this land.
Yeah, they do need to try and reclaim it, but they also can just try and make sure that Night Marchers don't get enough time. But Iconic with the 3-piece to essentially stop it, make that 4, kills every player from the side of Monolithic, essentially locks down this P3. Monolithic, only thing they can do here now is try to make sure that they get these P4 rotations and lock it down, at least try and get some time here. Obviously, P3, a hill hit, you really shouldn't be able to, you know, lose so much time to. Monolithic just got broken there, and now they're going to have to make sure that they get the time here heading over towards P4. It does seem like they have the map control here, but Night Marchers, if they're able to break through their P3 setup, I definitely can believe they could break through this P4, as they are already looking to find the angles here to get these players. Bit of a trade-off here, as it is going to definitely be all white coming in. Monolithic trying to stay down and make sure that they can get it done, but the break comes in. Night Marchers are going to be able to break through P4, and now this is starting to become very problematic here for Monolithic.
You know, we saw this last time. Monolithic, very clean at opening up the door, but unfortunately, once they get pushed off that first point, they aren't going to be able to hold it quite as well. In Iconic Legends, being an iconic player to hold that down. But here's Janksy ready to go on the point, able to just do a little bit of damage to find one. but needs to find some more up top. It's above you. It's Revengy being able to spray down from up above. And here's Ambition trying to trade it off, but it's Iconic Legends always there for the trades, and this is what you want to be seeing. Night Marchers marching on the grave of the players that they are meeting. And here we go. New hardpoint is going to be rotating around, and this is what we want to be seeing. If Monolithic can take it, they need to start right here.
And this is what I was talking about with Iconic, man. This guy, once he heats up, it's almost impossible to take him down. He has been a dominant AR presence throughout this entire map, and he has been shutting down these Monolithic players left and right, been picking up so many multi-kills. Honestly, he is just being so problematic for them, man. And this is the AR presence over here on the side of Night Marchers. That's overall the reason to why they have such a big lead here. I mean, paying attention to the cadence as well. Only one other side of Night Marchers who's negative is currently Real Estate Chill. Obviously, not too bad, but you also got to pay attention to Revenge here, who's on the 8th spree, has that cruise missile on lockdown, and he is absolutely taking over. There's a reason to why he is the featured player here for Night Marchers, and absolutely going to keep on going, but never mind, gonna get actually taken down here, and just like that, man, I mean, Night Marchers already crossing the halfway, almost about across the halfway point through this map 1, and they are just looking so good right now.
Yeah, nearly double the score right here, and it looks like it's just going to keep climbing. But Ambition's doing a decent job trying to get that damage, but Aspect from the side, he's stunned, but doesn't even matter. Still able to get those picks down, and they're looking for some more. Mark Q is going to get the trade. This is what you want to see. The nades, the combos, the sprays, and everyone is now down. Monolithic, they need to keep up this kind of momentum, but it's so hard to do. Luckily, we have Mark Q doing even more to get those trades off and the picks. Now they finally are on that point, trying to just take some time here, maybe gather their points back, but this is a big lead that they have to try to catch up to.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously starting off the second set of rotations, you got to really see if maybe Monolithic can grab some time here, but with Revengy going as crazy as he is right now, just running around the map and just, you know, having a rampage, he's just absolutely frying right now as he's able to take down Real Deal Dill there and absolutely take advantage of the lack of map control that Monolithic has right now. And so far, man, you know, they are able to get the rotation to the P2, growing their lead even more. If you're on the side of Monolithic, you gotta really start trying to shut down these players in Revengy and Iconic, as obviously they're the ones that are causing the biggest problem here. That's also being a bit of a menace, as he's finding a great amount of kills. But that's gonna be a nice 2-piece heading into this P2, and just like that, the break looking to come in here. Revengy, however, trying to maybe get something done. He's gonna get taken down, and just like that, Monolithic with a very nice break. Iconic still staying in the back, could do some damage here, but obviously Monolithic looking to get as much time as they possibly can. If I were Night Marchers, really, I'd try to focus on the 3 rotations. That's really where you're going to get a lot of time off of. And just as like that, look at the gunfight that's going to be happening. Nice 2v2 here. Ooh. But just like that, Chill with the 2-piece to essentially lock down this P3 rotation. I mean, Night Marchers just absolutely taking it over here.
Yeah, Night Marchers, they know how to be consistent, but look at this. It's going to be Mark Q doing a decent job keeping their team afloat. Unfortunately, still at the bottom, it's Revengy with a nice piece of util to take a player down. Yet again, people are getting sprayed, traded, and more. But I think we are seeing a little bit of a closer game here. Monolithic is doing a decent job trying to earn it back, but up top, it's Real. There for it, but the better Real, the realer deal, Real Deal Dill is going to be able to help them get the trade, and that is now 2 players down. They have to now cap this point over by the fountain, but it doesn't matter. Dill up from above is just doing what he can, leaving only Iconic here. Iconic is the top frag, but needs to frag out just a little bit more if they want to try to keep this momentum going for their team. Revengy from the side is going to be able to get caught out. Unfortunately, now down. Iconic still able to spray them out, but this is what we want to be seeing. Night Marchers and Monolithic finally finding even ground.
Yeah, I mean, Monolithic, they're just, you know, they're definitely fighting back here, man. You do see Mark Q with the 6 spree going on, definitely has that cruise missile in his back pocket. So, you know, you could definitely see Monolithic with a bit more of a comeback game here, but they're going to need to try and make sure the Night Marchers don't get any more time here. They already crossed that 200-point mark. They're basically nearing the finish line of this map 1. So Monolithic, if they want to make their way to this, to get this map 1 victory, they're going to have to play some perfect Call of Duty through and through and make sure sure that Night Marchers do not get any more time here. But with the way that they're playing and the way that they're picking up each other's trades, Night Marchers not allowing that to happen. It is just going back and forth here, pinstripes on the kill feed, and it is just not looking easy. Monolithic making sure that they get as much time as they possibly can here on this P4. Night Marchers just going to need to either focus on the break or try and get this rotation towards P5. They're very close to taking it here, but they need just a few more seconds to really lock it down. But Monolithic Gaming not looking to let it end here.
Yeah, I mean, this is already a better kind of gameplay we're seeing from Monolithic than we have previously, and that's what I want to be seeing here, but they're still a little bit behind. This is what Night Marchers wants, though. They want to be the top dog in this dogfight, and they're managing to bring it. Look at that. What a beautiful trade here right around. Revenge is going to get one. Now it's Ambition to try his best, but his best is just not good enough against players like Revenge. This is who you want to be watching. K7 is always blessed by having these featured players, but what a pick. Real Stay Chill is going to be able to grab yet another and another, make it a double down. They're looking for a triple, and unfortunately, they are going to get it before barely getting taken down. And this is what you would want. But Night Marchers, they're inching their way forward. They're marching through this to try to end this first round.
Yeah, I mean, they only really need about 7 more seconds remaining. Night Marchers can just pretty much end it here. One good break, and that's all it really takes. They can end it right on this point. So Monolithic Gaming, they're going to need to make sure that they break through and not allow this to happen. Night Marchers only 1 more second away. This is going to be a big gunfight here between MarkQ and Aspect. And MarkQ able to stay alive. But Revenge with the 2-piece here, heading over towards P1. And just like that, Night Marchers with a very, very good win here on this map 1. They were looking dominant throughout the entirety of the hardpoint. Monolithic, they were able to put up a decent fight, especially near the end there. But man, I mean, when it came down to it, I think Night Marchers, they're already in a big enough lead as is for, you know, Monolithic to try and go through that comeback. And this is what I was talking about, man. Iconic 30 and 18, 25 non-traded kills. I mean, absolutely great stuff coming in here, man. This is like, it was the guy I was talking about, the guy to really just be a presence here. So honestly, you know, if he keeps going and if he keeps playing like this, man, you know, he can definitely cause some problems. And also, we cannot forget about Revenge. I mean, this guy, featured player, deserves to be called the featured player. Honestly, just took over the map as well. Night Marchers, they're looking deadly.
Yeah, Night Marchers, they're marching their way past it. They don't want to be knocked out. Monolithic, unfortunately, not playing like they want to be still in this game. However, that's just game 1 of a best of 5 here. It's first to 3, and you're going to have to play this out. Obviously, we are going to be moving over to the maps of a hotel. So, hotel 3 times, 3 different ways. I said this the first time I watched Monolithic play. They weren't able to take it on Fortress, but hotel, that different kind of play style that is required for not only a different game mode of S&D, but also a different tactical way with a significantly less amount of ARs. They were able to kind of do a decent amount. They actually won a few rounds on the map of hotel. So I'm hoping that they might be able to do that. But again, already down 1, not the best place to be.
Yeah, man. I mean, this has gotta be a really big change here. But I mean, obviously with Hotel, you got to really see how they're able to really make their way through and try to see what they could do here. Obviously, Hotel, a lot of close corridors, a very, very big map, honestly. You know, really can get a lot done there. But I mean, you know, so far, man, like I was talking about, Night Marchers, they had the AR presence on lockdown, the SMG presence. You know, Revenge was absolutely, you know, running amok on, you know, the side of Monolithic Gaming, and, you know, really was just not allowing them to get it done. But obviously with Hotel and Search and Destroy, you know, slower pace mode, bigger map, obviously this comes down to who really is the most tactical team here. So obviously, you know, Monolithic, they may have a bit of an advantage here. You know, maybe the slower play style, the slower, you know, general bigger map is gonna help them out a little bit more, man. But I'm gonna say this again: if the IAR presence is as good as it was in that map 1, it could still lead to a lot of problems. And also another thing I'm looking forward to when it comes to any Search and Destroy game is obviously the snipers, man. I mean, who can never forget that? The snipers are always the funnest part, and honestly, I'm expecting some great sniping plays coming in from both of these teams.
Yeah, whenever you say the word sniper, my brain immediately goes to the real deal Dill. Man was just absolutely keen with his eyes being able to get those picks. It just how we were watching him through some walls, just the ability as a spectator to see the flicks, the lock on, even through walls. The guy just knew where those players were and was able to perfectly put that crosshair exactly where it needed to be. So if that person, the real deal, were to get maybe a sniper in his hands, I think that it would be a little bit of an issue for Night Marchers here. And obviously, Night Marchers, they don't really have a lot to worry about quite yet, as there are a lot of rounds of Hotel to learn about how these players are going to be duking it out. So obviously, in a best of 5, said this before, we'll say it again, you have the opportunity to learn how the people you're playing against play and maybe be able to, pull up some counter strats here. So obviously, we are going to be, hoping to see that. I do want to see a little bit coming forward, though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if we gotta really see how the snipers can play into effect here when it comes to the search and destroy. I'm not entirely sure who the sniper is for the side of Night Marchers, if they even have a sniper in particular. I'm looking at Iconic to be the guy to do it, but honestly, I'm not entirely sure. But really, I think what the main thing's got to be how quickly both these teams are really able to reach that A side bomb, or really more so how how fast they could get to any of these bombs. I mean, honestly, it's just got to really be about how well they can set up for those post plant scenarios and really try and make sure they can take over the bomb sites. And we're just about to head into this map too, so we got to see how these teams are capable of playing here, man. So all questions are just essentially going to be answered here. Let's see how this is going to look.
Yeah, let's find out how it's going to be looking here. I'm already liking that we are seeing some ARs coming out for this side, and mobility is key on a map like Hotel. There's a lot of corners that you want to be, and also a lot of trades that you need. Obviously with S&D, you only have so much opportunity each round to really make it work for yourself. So let's get this started. Monolithic is going to be where we're already running off on, with Ambition in the charge, as we're getting straight into this round.
Yeah, let's see how this is going to look. Obviously, Monolithic already down a map, going to need to make sure that they don't let that slide to a 2-0 disadvantage here, but it does seem like Revenge going to be the one to try and get it done here. Janksy, though, with a nice pick to start things off. He's able to pick up 2 towards the bedroom side, and that's already giving Night Marchers a big life disadvantage here. Giant play coming in from Janksy as he looking to maybe find 3, and yes, he does. Fiery start, and just like that, Monolithic with a very commanding first round. I mean, Janksy, with that SNG, able to essentially, just break through the setup that Night Marchers had and essentially just kill them off one by one. I mean, the aggression, not really what you expect here, I would say, from the side of Night Marchers.
It's not what we're expecting, but it's what we are going to be seeing. Monolithic, though, this is what they're known for. They're known for a very quick and hard opening. It's the problem of actually being able to keep up with that opening. That's what I've noticed from them time and time again, but this time could be different for them. And already we're seeing insane aim coming out from players like Janksy and Ambition. Can they keep that up?
Yeah, we got to see if they can do that. But Janksy already going to be the first blood here from the side of Monolithic. They were already prepared for him. Read him like a book. Revenge going to be able to find the second kill onto Ambition. Can he find the third? No, he cannot. Marq going to take him down before he could do any more damage. And this is just going to leave Deal and Marq in the 2v3 scenario to try and get this done. Bombs already planted down on the B side. You could already tell Night Marchers they're setting up for the push, but they're giving a little bit of wiggle room here for Marq to make his way towards Kitchen. Not exactly the position you want him to be in. A lot of big headies here, but you could already tell they're already waiting for the play to come in. But the defuse is happening right now. Marq looking to get the defuse down. It's a 1v3. Are they going to be able to get it? And yes, they are. Night Marchers with a nice round of their own there. Nice little bounce back. And, this is definitely looking to be pretty close.
Yeah, already we're seeing it back and forth. If you're going to be trading blows, it's whoever has the better endurance at that point. And we do know that Night Marchers, with taking that one, if they already have that kind of running on that high of taking the first round, I think they might be able to just endure a little bit longer here. But look at what we got going on. It's going to be Marq needing to now lead the charge yet again. I already am seeing that certain characters in this game know how to play this map a little bit better. Janksy, of course, is going to be a slight sub for Mono, so I want to see what they can actually do here.
Yeah, so far, Janksy really doing well in the search and destroy. I don't really remember his KD on the hard point, however, so I'm not sure exactly if he didn't really do that well there, but I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, we're on to map 2, and Real Stay Chill with the 3-piece to hop onto the defuse. My God, what a play coming in from this guy right here, who wasn't doing the great. I mean, he wasn't doing terrible on the hard point, but my God. Whoa! Three-piece coming in from Chill to essentially answer back to Janksy's three-piece. I mean, what a way to win a round there for the side of Night Marchers.
Yeah, you know, what a way to win it, but they're doing a decent job. I mean, I also do want to point out Real Deal there was able to hold that bomb for a decent amount of time, was getting the bomb diffuser right at the end with the nade. Unfortunately, just a little bit off on the timing. And Night Marchers are doing a really solid position here, just consistently getting themselves on that point. We could talk a little bit about that triple kill that we saw from Real Stay Chill, but I want to see something more like that. If they could bring that energy twice in a row, then we already know who's going to be taking this first to 3 best of 5.
Yeah, obviously, you know, Night Marcher is able to answer back, kind of already beginning to read Monolithic's plays here as Revengy already in this top bedroom position can do a lot of damage, but Real Deal going to be able to find the aspect off of the bomb site, so, you know, he's on a pretty damn big power position here, as it looks like Iconic going to be able to find Marq with a nice trade there coming from Ambition, already leaving Night Marchers in a pretty bad disadvantage, but Revengy, though, going to be able to find the kill onto Ambition to tie things up here 2-2. See how this is going to look here, as obviously both of these Monolithic players, they're on the defensive side, not really needing to challenge, but they got to also be careful because, you know, with a map as big as Hotel, these players can really be anywhere, man. So you got to make sure that you're watching your angles properly and just kind of praying to God that they're, you know, in the right angles that you're watching. But looking at this now, it does seem like Night Marcher is still going to go for this A side plant, but you got to be careful here because you see Janksy, he's in the mid cross already looking at, and Real Deal looking to get him off in secret. Already a big problem here for Night Marchers.
Yeah, huge problem, but, you know, 1 versus 1, that is going to be the bomb now planted at A point, and it's just going to be all against the odds. Real Stay Chill. This is the player that has been able to do a solid job getting those picks, but now they're up against probably the Titan of Monolithic. That positioning, jumping across, takes a lot of damage. Has to somehow find it, but there's only 28 seconds before that bomb goes boom. But look at your brain, it's all over the walls, as this is what Real Dill is known for it. And that is now another round tied up 2-2, exactly what Monolithic needed to pull off.
What a really nice, you know, what a really nice 1v1 there. Real Deal able to essentially get that round win for his team to tie things up here 2-2. And, you know, definitely a nice little play there coming in from Dill, as he's just kind of just knowing that, I think it was Chill that was trying to, you know, trying to stay in the back. You know, he just hunted him down, man, and it was just making sure to put him in as much of an uncomfortable position as, you know, you could possibly imagine, and, you know, just finish him off from there. So great play coming in from Dill here, and now, as they're back again at the attacking side, see what they're gonna do. Gonna get this bomb down as quickly as possible. You see Revengy holding it down on mid, making sure if he can find some players here. Bomb's gonna get planted down, however. Monolithic Gaming, obviously now, just gotta make sure that they're holding their angles and finding their kills, but Iconic gonna be able to start things off here with the kill onto Ambition. Revengy just playing the secret area here. Let's see how this is gonna look. Oh.
Wow. I mean, that's what we want to be seeing. Janksy is going to take out Iconic, and when a player like that is down, this is perfect for Monolithic. Night Marchers, though, Real Stale, just going for it. Needing to find something, but it's Aspect and Revengy just mowing him down, mowing everything away. That's what you kind of want to be seeing, and it is going to get diffused. That is now 2-3. An incredibly close game here on a Hotel.
Yeah, they're keeping it close, man. I mean, both of these teams, you know, they know what's at stake here, obviously. You know, Night Marchers, they want that 2-0 lead. They want to try and make sure that they secure this victory here and lose round 1 as quickly as possible. Monolithic, they're fighting, man. They want to make sure that they're not the first teams out. They want to make sure that they have that losers run that they can, you know, have. And they want to make sure that they're also shutting Night Marchers down as much as they possibly can here. Honestly, Real Stay Chill didn't really, you know, was more the slower player here on the Night Marcher side when that came to that map 1, but he is definitely heating things up here in the Search and Destroy, looking for him to make some big plays here as they're back at it again in the attacking side. Iconic, though, with the sniper, able to find Dill just like that, but Revengy gonna get taken down, however, turning it into a 3v3. See how this is gonna go. Aspect gets the bomb down on A. Iconic with another snipe. He gets 2 already, being a problem here, and this is what we were talking about earlier. This sniping action, you know, especially on a map like Hotel, can definitely be problematic here as he's looking to find the 3rd. Oh, gotta be careful. The shots are coming in, and just like that, they're gonna be able to take him down. Evens things out 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2, and I love how you kind of called it. Who's gonna be on the snipe? It's gonna be Iconic, but even with Iconic on that sniper, it's not gonna keep him alive. However, Aspect is keeping this game alive, getting 1 down. But unfortunately, getting traded is just going to be the one last. But there it is. Beautiful. And that is another round for Night Marchers. And if they can keep this going in a 1st to 6, 2 more, double already what Monolithic has brought to the table. This is not looking as close as it was 2 rounds ago.
I gotta say, man, Janksy, not looking too bad on the map. 9-4. He's putting up a decent performance, but he's gonna need a lot more from his teammates to really be able to take this map from Night Marchers. Obviously we need to see a little bit more out of MarQ. 1-5, needs to find some more kills here and shut things down. Ambition could also maybe look a bit better here as well with some kills. But overall, man, I mean, Night Marchers, again, they're able to kind of understand the playstyle of Monolithic and are just, again, shutting them down. Revenging in this angle, gonna be able to start things off here with a kill onto MarQ, onto Janksy. That's a 2-piece, and just like that, Ambition already in the 1v4 to try and tie things up. Then he's getting chased down, trying to find the kills. And Night Marchers with a flawless round heading into match point. Oh man, Monolithic not in a very good position.
Yeah, not looking too hot. And obviously, if they do lose this, it's not only going to be match point, it's also going to be pretty much game point here. So it's stressful. And if they do lose this one, that's giving a huge advantage over in this 1st to 3 over towards Night Marchers, because all they have to do is win another map of Hotel. And with the domination that we're seeing here, it might just be a 3-0 sweep, and they're going to push these kids under the rug and make sure that they are not going to be in this tournament anymore.
Yeah, man, I mean, that's exactly how you want to start off your losers run here, with a nice 3-0 sweep. Night Marchers looking to do that exactly, but Monolithic, they could definitely still fight here, but let's see what they're possible of doing. Janksy gonna be able to find the kill onto Revengey, but Real Estate Chill with a nice trade. Again, evens things out now. You already see Monolithic looking to try and get towards his B side, but you do see that Night Marchers, they're completely covering this B side. Now, again, putting the people here onto Kitchen. Real Deal Joe looking to find the kill there through the wall. That would have been absolutely insane. MarQ trying to go for the chow, not gonna end up happening. Already giving Monolithic Gaming the advantage in the lives. Ambition though, pushing through Kitchen, gonna be able to find one, trying to find the second in Iconic. Real Estate Chill gets taken down as well. Iconic in the 1v2 to finish this map off for his team. He's gonna have to pull off some big plays here.
Big plays are going to be pulled off, though. Night Marchers sealing the deal with just a final double kill down, and that's what you need to be seeing. Now, it's 1st to 6. Say bye-bye to Hotel here with that 1st round. However, we're going to be switching up the game modes on the same map, but look at that. Look at this final kill. One transfer aerial, anything that he wants to do, he is bringing it and keeping these people at the bottom of his shoes.
Oh no, Monolithic! Oh, that's gotta sting. That's gotta sting. That's almost exactly what happened to Optic in Minnesota back in Cold War, man, when they lined up for them. I mean, you cannot let that happen at all. I don't know what they were trying to do. Maybe they were going to obviously trying to pick up the trade, but it was just not working. It just did not work out, man. The worst possible thing you could imagine for Monolithic, it just happened. And wow, I mean, if I'm Night Marchers, I'm probably screaming right now, man. I mean, that is actually insane. And, again, I talked about this, man. Iconic, this guy is insane. He is on another, spectrum when it comes to these, his skill level, man. He is just absolutely frying. And, I mean, that moment itself, really just, I kind of sealed the deal there. But it not only sealed the deal on how good Iconic really is, but it also sealed the deal on the 2-0 lead that Night Marchers have here against Monolithic Gaming. And I gotta say, man, obviously after that play, that's kind of a hit to the confidence for Monolithic now. You gotta imagine that, they're definitely a bit of a position, not only, in the game, but probably mentally as well.
Yeah, I don't really know how they can already feel any lower than they are. They're at the bottom of the bracket, at the bottom of this best of 3 or best of 5. And honestly, that is not where you want to be. And hopefully they can try to keep their mentality up. Monolithic definitely has some very solid players, especially with Real Deal. We saw Ambition popping off. Janksy for sure, definitely making a debut today, popping off. However, at the end of the day, it's how you play as a team, and they seem to be a little bit lacking. I do want to see how they're going to be doing it in the next one here on the same map. Talk a little bit about what we got going on with the next game mode here. Do we think that a switch up just the slightest bit away from Search and Destroy might be able to, be the holy light through the clouds here for this team?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, this is it's not looking good for Monolithic, man. They're getting shut down left and right. They haven't been able to pick up proper trades, and honestly, you know, it was what we were talking about, man. I mean, Night Marchers just have the better AR presence. Their SMG presence is absolutely unstoppable, and they're just getting shut down left, right, and center. I mean, Monolithic Gaming, you know, they're just really not getting much done on these maps, man. And obviously heading over towards Control, you know, heading back towards a respawn. We already saw what happened on that map one, the dominance that, you know, Night Marchers can have on the map. You know, what says that they can't do the same thing here on this, you know, map 3? But, you know, honestly, Monolithic, you know, they're gonna have to, you know, they're gonna have to regain here, man. They're gonna have to hit that regain button and try and perform this reverse sweep, because that's really the only thing that they could do right now. Get this control victory, maybe go into that hard point and try and win it, and, you know, head into that search and destroy and take it all from there. But I mean, you know, they're gonna have to pull off some very, very crazy sets, because so far, man, Night Marchers just not looking to let that happen at all. I mean, they're just dominant right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can understand why they're named Night Marchers. It's right now 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, and they are popping off, just making sure that they march all the way through what they can do. And I want to see that happen yet again here, this time on the game mode of Control. Is the control going to be now underneath the hands of Monolithic, or can it just be GG to No Re sending this up? But let's get straight into this game.
Yeah, so far we got to see, you know, what these Monolithic players are capable of doing here. Obviously, the pressure is definitely there. Only one more map away from, you know, getting kicked out of the playoffs 3-0, just like that. You know, so you got to imagine, you know, it's going to be pretty stressful for them, man. It's got to be pretty stressful for them as they're looking to try and, you know, again, start off this reverse sweep. But, you know, we got to see what they're capable of here as they're on the defensive side, maybe the more favorable side. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, got to see what you can do here as Iconic is able to start things off with the first blood. Mark Q going to find Revengey, but just like that, it is going to be the A side push that is going to be the focus of Night Marchers here as they're looking to capture it just right off the rip, get that minute on the time and just lock it down. Monolithic Gaming looking to maybe just give it to them here, as it looks like maybe Pinch is going to be trying to form here, as that's already going to be one player down. Really going to be able to find the flank here. He finds one, he finds two, trying to get the third. Not going to happen. Aspect going to shut him down, and just like that, he's going to also shut down this A side. Extra minute on the clock here for Night Marchers. Already looking good for them.
Yeah, it's already looking pretty clean, but lives are ticking away. Slight advantage to Monolithic here. Unfortunately, the control is not in their hands, but if you run out of lives, you run out of opportunities to really just prove what you are. But look at this, Real Deal Dale. This is the best game mode that they were able to compete on for the side of Monolithic. Can they bring that same kind of energy? That is the question. They were able to take one round here a while ago, but I do want to see what can happen with Revengey. Now trying to get the trade, will be able to pull it up with Real Estate Trail. And this is the game mode that you want to be seeing the picks flying around, especially with the limited lives. It's just about who can get more frags in an early amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, you got to be able to find a lot of great kills here. So far, life advantage on the side of Monolithic, but how long is the real question. Iconic will be able to find Mark Q, but Jinxie with a nice trade there, as he's going to make sure that they get that bedroom control. And this is a very important position here. Obviously, whoever's in bed can do a lot of damage, especially holding down this B side. If you can find these kills here, find that positioning, that's absolutely going to be great. But so far, Monolithic shutting them down, finding a lot of great kills here. But that's going to be 2 down. Make that 3 down for the side of Monolithic. Jinxie, only player left here standing on the B side. He can do some crazy stuff if they're not watching. Jinxie able to find 1, trying to get the second. He's able to find 2. Iconic, though, with the trade. Iconic with a 2-beat Aspect with the third. Iconic, can he find the third for himself? Not going to happen. Ambition shuts it down just like that. First tick gets collected. Third, halfway through the second tick, Aspect trying to find some more kills to push them out of this B side, but no, Monolithic able to regain lives, still tied up here, but obviously now gotta think lives are starting to diminish. Gotta be more careful with them.
You got to be more careful, but these players are not. It's Iconic with another double down. I mean, look at that. It's Revengey Aspect. Everyone is massacring what you got on Monolithic Gaming. That's what you need to be seeing. But Jinxie, the man, 9-4 will finally drop. This is the only player that's consistently getting kills here. So if you are going to be Jinxie, you're going to have to yell at your team, let's get this in high gear. But Night Marchers is going to be taking that round, and that is what we need to see. It's 1st to 3, and they've already gotten 1.
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, man, you know, once you find that 4 down, it is essentially as easy as that. You know, you gotta really try and make sure that you just don't let it happen, and make sure that you're playing your lives correctly, man. But honestly, you know, Nine Marchers, they're shutting them down left and right, and they're not allowing Monolithic Gaming to get any sort of map control whatsoever. Jinxie, obviously 9-5, not looking too shabby here, but he's gonna need a lot more. Again, he's gonna need a lot more from his teammates if, you know, he wants, if they want to try and stay competitive here.
Yeah, if you want to stay competitive, you're going to have to prove that you're a competitive person. You're going to want to need it. And unfortunately, Real Stay Chill is going to need it to get more. But there's the real deal with the beautiful trade for their teammates getting a double down, and they're ready for some more. I do like that the lives are neck and neck. If you look at that mini map, it is clustered up at the top here, and they're just getting surrounded. Monolithic having to just hope to sit in one spot and let these enemies come to them. Iconic might be able to inch their way through, but you always got to check behind you, and that is a massacre. Another triple for this side, and they're ready for some more. I do like the util getting picked here. What is that? The drop? Oh, drop shotting 180 clean, but Ambition is going to get the trade. Here's Dill looking for double, will get it. And Night Marchers, they're trying their best. Monolithic's going for it.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, they're really looking good here, but I do believe that we are going to try and go in for a listen here on the side of Monolithic Gaming, see how their comms are sounding like, and, you know, make sure that, you know, they're looking good. So let's go into a listening with the side of Monolithic Gaming.
D1 weak.
Look at
I'm
D1.
close. I killed
D1
one.
dead. Top glass. Top glass going luggage.
Where top?
Nice.
Yeah,
Spawn
top glass
kitchen.
got me. Where are we spawning? Kitchen?
Kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen.
This one kitchen, yeah.
Alright, got you.
You
Someone
know
hit
what
our
this guy
top bed.
thinks
I need
so-
an AR top bed.
Yeah, I'm working for you. I'm working.
You're already in bed though.
One might be top glass.
Who is the kid bed? No, one bottom
I'm needing
RP6.
close info.
Bottom bed. Bottom bed.
Landing right desk.
You get bottom bed?
I can't get bottom bed.
Blue.
Bottom bed.
He's
Don't see him,
info
don't see him.
desk. Info desk.
I don't see him bottom. He's not bottom. I don't see him. He's gotta be
Be
top.
careful your bottom.
Info
Top
desk
bed.
I need
Top
help.
bed in the
Yeah,
bedroom.
top bed got me.
Yeah. P4, D2.
Top bed dead. Another one top bed dead.
Nice, bro, nice.
Okay, that's two down. That's two down, guys.
I got three.
Three.
That's three. Hop that point, guys.
I'm watching.
I'm staring mid waterfall.
That's fine. That's fine. Just keep that point.
Yeah. He's going couches.
I
Challenging.
can kill mid.
Wow. I mean, you can already tell that they are in a lot of coordination, though. Unfortunately, I can just sense a little bit of pushback consistency coming out from the side here of Night Marchers, being able to, even if they have all the audio, but look at that door swings open, kills swing out. But 10 lives remaining for the side of Monolithic here, and they need some more. Mark Q just has to find where's the person. Look, your corners, though. Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you're checking those corners, but Monolithic Gaming looking to try and get towards this B side, but you look at that one player standing. It's going to be Iconic to try and shut them down, and he's absolutely going to find it. Gets the massive 2-piece, gets 3 with the Revengey there, and already Monolithic down on the lives, only are very low on lives, and are looking to almost lose them here. They got to make sure he's finding very good players here, but Iconic shutting them down. Ambition dead. And Real Estate Chill gonna be able to find the kill onto Jinxie just like that. No more respawns remaining. It is gonna be the 2v10 to try and win this round here. Make
There's
that
no
a
time,
91.
though. No
and just like
time.
that, Nine Marchers 2-0 looking to close this out.
Wow. I mean, Monolithic is a solid team, but for them to get knocked back this hard is just something unseen normally. But unfortunately, Night Marchers, they're just wanting to keep this going, and I'm hoping that they can finally seal the deal here. But, you know, I'm a fan of Monolithic. I think a lot of them are great players, but you see them making basic mistakes. They're not checking corners. They're getting picked off by people just flying through the air. You're going to have to be a little bit more consistent if you're going to want to call yourself a competitive team, and they need to seal the deal here because they're already down 2 whole rounds in this best of 5.
I mean, we just gotta talk about the slaying power coming in from Night Marchers, man. Iconic 19-8. He is again a absolute demon with the AR here. But Monolithic, though, they're gonna be able to find 2 to start things off, heading over to try and shut down this A push here.
Ooh.
Mark, you able to find the 2-piece? really nice there. It's going to be iconic to try and maybe find some kills. Marquez looking hot, though, on the 3 streak. Maybe if he can get that cruise missile, that's going to help him out a lot. He's going to be able to find him there. Or looking to get real stay chill. Not going to happen. He's going to get shut down, but that's a big kill streak there coming in from the side of Marquez. Monolithic with a pretty decent life advantage. If they could just hold down their, their positions and make sure that they shut down Night Marcher's pushes, that's definitely going to help them out here. But Janksy gonna get caught by iconic, real deal. Gonna be able to find the flank here. He gets one. The project scope still being made. Marquez pushing around, finds one, gets the second. Massive 2-piece coming in from Marquez. Aspect, the last one remaining, able to finish him off, and just like that, finds a 2-piece, secures the A side, and that's gonna be the extra minute on the clock for Night Marchers.
Wow. I mean, every time we're seeing these players play, it's like you give 2, you get 2. That's the kind of trades that we're liking to see, but you can tell it's consistency all incarnate. What a beautiful jump down from Revengy on the ladder, off your mind. There's the trade, and yet another one. Make that 3 for this team. Real deal dildo needing to do some more damage. Unfortunately, can't against Iconic Legend here. But where are these players? It's just now down tied, 19 to 19 HP remaining, but these points are getting controlled and there's not a whole lot they can do. Iconic is holding this down, but they need to find some more. Janksy will try to entry out, but Real Stale is going to be able to get an Aspect. That's another, and this is the kind of gameplay you need to be watching for, but unfortunately Ambition, he's just not being able to connect it. Luckily Marquez is that person. 16 to 16, the only one positive on this team, needs that continuation to go, and it is. Janksy gets 1, makes that 2, doesn't make it 3 though, as Revenge will get the revenge, and there it is.
I mean, honestly, man, for a bit there, Night Marchers, they were literally not even hopping onto the point for a second. They were just defending it essentially away from Monolithic. Now they're hopping on it, and just like that, with almost 0 contention, Night Marchers able to find the round there, 3-0 in the control, and the 3-0 in the series. I mean, these guys, it was what I was talking about, man. These guys were so unbelievably dominant, man. I mean, it was almost, I mean, Monolithic, they put up a decent fight, but you could just not do anything, man. Iconic Legends, 23 and 13, an absolute demon, like I said. And honestly, all the players there from the side of Night Marchers positive, looking great. I mean, honestly, it was just the slaying power from Night Marchers that really got them that victory there, man. They were able to shut down Monolithic left and right. Monolithic couldn't really find some decent trades there to shut them down, and, there's really not much they could have done there. And, at the end of it, Night Marchers, they're going to be the ones alive and, make their way through this bracket. Monolithic, however, that's going to be it for them here.
Yeah, that is gonna be it for them. Just like you said, the sun has set for Monolithic, but the night march is on. That is the kind of gameplay that we want to be seeing here in this losers bracket. People fighting for their life, and unfortunately, there's only life to lose if you are on the side of Monolithic Gaming. So congratulations to Night Marchers for moving on, proceeding in this losers bracket, and we are gonna have to take a little moment of silence here for the players on the side of Monolithic Gaming. You guys fought hard, you fought well, you did the best that you could, and unfortunately the best isn't good enough, and that's the kind of gameplay that you do want to be seeing here at K7. So make sure that you stick around, because we do have so many more games for us today. But honestly, since that is how it's going to end, Kimchi, it looks like me and you, we casted some of the most energetic game here that we've seen, and the fact that the maps were the same for Monolithic to lose both times, you could tell that they did not learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, Monolithic, they put up a decent fight, but again, man, it just was not, just not enough. But honestly, let's go ahead and take a look at that bracket once again, see, what's going on here. Obviously, we did see that Night Marchers are able to get that 3-0 victory over Monolithic, heading over towards losers round 2. They're looking to go up against whoever the losers is of round 7, I believe. And it does seem like they're going to they're going to need to wait a little bit. Obviously, you still have to wait for that match to be played, so they're going to have to sit there and try and figure out what the next game plan is here. Obviously, they still got a long, long way before they could really, get their way to grand finals. But, who knows, man? I mean, they showed to be a very good team. They showed to be a very, commanding team. So I'd say they definitely can put up a problem here for anybody that goes up against them here in the losers bracket.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. You want that losers bracket to be a lot of spicy games, and we can definitely see that those spicy games were being brought here by the players in the side of Night Marchers. But as I messed up saying Night Munchies this at the start of this, let's talk a little bit about the sponsors here. Killer Jerky. If you want spicy games, you can also get some spicy jerky by K7 sponsor here over at Killer Jerky. So check it out. We do have promo codes all over the place if you want to spot those. But plugging aside, let's talk about who needs to plug in their monitor and get ready to play again next. So let's talk about what we have going on later tonight. Obviously, me and Kimchi will not be casting that, but Kimchi, we do have some other casters. Trig and McCarthy are going to be joining us here to hopefully bring light onto the Final Form versus Millennium 7 game. So lots of interesting stuff to move forward here.
Yeah, I gotta say, man. I mean, honestly, the Millennium 7 roster, from what I could tell, they're a very scary team, man. They definitely are going to be the team to beat here in the K7 League. I mean, honestly, I've seen a lot of those players and what they're capable of doing, man. And I gotta say, man, it's very scary to go up against them. So honestly, I'm looking forward to see what they're capable of. But really, man, obviously with them being the team to beat, a lot of these teams gonna need to really, prove us wrong here when it comes to how they're looking. But honestly, man, this is definitely looking to be a very, very packed tournament, and I cannot wait for what's more to come, man. I mean, this is definitely going to be it's definitely going to be a crazy tournament. So hopefully, you guys, stick around and watch it all the way to the end. But as of tonight, that is going to be it for me and Educator. Thank you guys for stopping by here in the K7 League. It was honestly a great time casting, and it was awesome a match to see. So thank you guys. Good night, and we will see you later. Peace out.